tuned into. You are now tuned in. You are now. You are now tuned into the SAHipHop Fix with DJ Azuhl. You are now tuned into the SAHipHop Fix with DJ Azuhl, exclusive to Beat Bangers Radio. Simply the best online show dedicated to South African hip hop music, history, and culture.
Another episode of the SAHipHop Fix, and today we have a special guest. One of the brothers that I have what's the word I'm looking for? I have the honor of knowing for a couple of years, basically. Dancer for BVK Brasse Vannie Kaap, one of South Africa's pioneering hip-hop bands. Also former dancer for Handbrake Turn, now Concrete Apostles, Ninja Turtles also at one stage. Which other crews do you represent?
Well, I have another crew on Reunion Island called I.O. Rockers for Indian Ocean, but that's how they say it in French.
Okay. Another one. Yeah, the one and only Bradon Petersen, aka ManLikeB, formerly known as Bboy The Curse.
There we go.
Yeah, definitely one of Africa. I'm not going to say South Africa. Definitely one of Africa's most decorated B-boys.
Wow.
So, tell me, how did it start and when did it start?
First of all, good evening, Azuhl.
Cool.
Okay. Basically, it started. I would say, it was primary school. You know, I was, if I'm not mistaken, I was standard 5. That's grade 7. You know, we had a fundraiser, so they had a disco one Friday afternoon. Yeah, and while everybody's running up and down in the school hall, because remember we're kids, you know, so we don't know really what's discoing, you know. And then I saw some people making a circle. Well, I didn't see them making a circle, but it was a circle going down, and people were cheering somebody on. And as a kid, you know, I'm nosy. I want to go see what's happening. I got to the circle, and there's a Brad doing what I know now was flares, you know, and I saw these moves, and at this time I didn't know what it is. You know, as a kid, you know, I was amazed by these things, you know, because there's a bra. Okay, let me explain this. A flare is a thing, like it's a gymnastic kind of move where your body or your legs are kind of rotating while you're using both hands, you know, and your legs are swinging. I don't know actually how to explain it. You need to see it visually. But anyway, so this was the move that I saw. And at this moment, you just know at that moment, okay, I want to try this thing. I want to do this, you know, because as for B-boys or like for breaking, you know, when you get into the stuff, it's more of the power moves that you see the first time, you know. So I wanted to do this thing. So this is a Friday afternoon. Going back home, you know, the whole weekend I was thinking about this thing, the whole weekend. And I was thinking, how can I get in contact with this bra? Like how, like, your mind is just bubbling with these moves. And while I never got to meet this guy in person, you know, then I went to high school, like a year after that. And I met a few guys in my class. And they were also into breaking, but I never knew they could actually dance already. Okay. So one interval, I just walked past and they were doing some stuff in the corridors there. I'm like, okay, here's bras in my class that can do this thing. Okay. So I linked up with these guys. And then eventually, like, I started training with these guys, but not really on a serious level, you know. Because at that time, it just felt too difficult. You know, it's like, the stuff is not really that easy. So there's actually more time you need to invest in this thing. Cool. So, and then there was a lady, she came to the school and they made an announcement on the intercom, you know, we're looking for guys or B-boys or people that want to dance. So what I'm thinking is they're going to teach us how to dance. But initially they were looking for people that could dance already and they wanted to make a crew. So I got to this, thingy after school and I saw like, this is Brasse that could dance already. You know, so I felt left out because I couldn't do anything. And anyways, so I kind of decent on my level, didn't make it. But then every afternoon, like when they were training in the hall, I would go and watch. I would just watch every afternoon, just watch. And then I won't say by luck, but you can say kind of by luck because somebody got injured and they needed a move to replace that move. And luckily I was there, you know, and I could do this. But it's just like this jumping jack, split jump, you know, and then I could do that. So they put me in the show, you know, and then from there I was more like part of the crew, you know, and then I started training with people.
What was the crew at that time?
That was
and what year are we talking? Like what year?
Tornadoes. That was the name of the crew, Tornadoes, and that was 2001.
Okay.
and from there I just started training every day. Then I met Shaw, another dope b-boy, great b-boy if you don't know what's dope. Started training with him, and then went to his house after school training with him, and then he introduced me to more people. That's how I met Meaty, which is now the current Redbull BCOne South Africa champ. So I linked up with these guys, started training more, and eventually we became friends. We started the crew. We called ourselves Handbrake Done. And from there, we just started linking up with more people, going to events, attending workshops, attending Battle of the Year, which was my first biggest competition ever, 2002. A competition hosted by Emil from Black Noise. And then from there, I just met more people. Then I started meeting you guys. I met Ramon. He introduced me to you guys. I met up with Mr. Fit, and it was a moment where everything just fell in place, because of the people that I met. And then from there, like, long story short, this is it. This is my man.
So you doing all these things with with the groups, starting from within the community, moving into these dancing competitions. Is this like the defining moment for you, where you like telling yourself like, look, this is what I want to do for life, or at least for as a living? And kind of like what was the transition after that, like dancing within Brasse Vannie Kaap, and
Okay. First, I never knew I could actually make a living from this, if you want to call it that. Because when I started, like I said, I just saw this guys spinning on their heads and all that, and it was only after I got paid for a performance. I'm like, wait, what's happening here? There's a paycheck coming in. Okay, so if I think, like, how can I say this, better myself, or like up my skill? Can I sell this thing to make more? And then so I started investing in that, like putting time into that, making money. But because I was not established yet, there was a little bit more things to do, and like more steps to get to the thing that I wanted to do, which I'll explain now after this. But first of all, I just had to practice all the time. I need to up my skills. And then I found out about battles. And I was like, people are actually testing each other with the skills, because for my thing, it was just like, you're just doing this stuff for fun. But people are testing themselves against each other. So I started training, and I saw videos like Battle of the Year. Was one of the biggest crew competitions in the world. And I saw this. I'm like, okay, cool. For now, I want to be the best in South Africa first. Let me set the level for that first, So I accomplished that, and I've accomplished that like 5 times already. Just to mention a few competitions, like Solo Pro.
Battle Scars.
Solo Pro was basically my breakthrough. Solo Pro 2010, hosted by Vokes and DJ Switch. So this was my biggest 1-versus-1 competition yet. And then from there I got noticed, So I won't say a brand started, but people started paying attention to who I am.
To you are.
And then more people started connecting with me, and that's when I found out, okay, cool, I actually have something to contribute to this thing called hip-hop. And I kind of found where I fit in. And that's when you start realizing, okay, I made a little bit of money, I've made a name for myself. What's next? Like or how bigger can you make your name? Like how much bigger can it go? And I started doing more competitions. I would say another highlight would be me being able to travel. And then when I started traveling, I met more people, and I saw like not the bigger vision of what I'm doing is, but like there's a bigger community outside of just what I know in Cape Town and South Africa. And came back, started I won't say investing, I don't want to call that like doing charity, man, because it's something that I want to do. So it's not a charity thing, started working with more people, and then slowly but surely you kind of find your place in this thing that you're doing. And from there, a brand started after that. That's why, I can mention now a brand started, and then people say, you can make money with this thing, and then you can, like, I don't know how to call it, but you can, there's something that you can offer. And then I started.
So you basically just like leveraging yourself.
Yes, so I started investing in myself, and then I start, because of working with you guys, and how we got to Brasse Vannie Kaap. I'm gonna get to that now. It's just like, hey bro, this thing is bigger than what
Bigger
it
than-
is,
yeah,
you know, and
yeah.
what you see yourself,
Yeah.
and then you start connecting with more people, and like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. You start following more people, like, this is how people is actually doing this thing and where they're at. So they did this and this and this. So now I need to find a place where I need to find a gap,
Yeah.
you know, and where I can stand out, you know, and so all of that fall into place, and then there was people that I looked up to. Well, there's a lot of names, you know, and I saw those things that they doing, and I'm like, okay, cool. If I'm a brand, you know, so I need to package myself in a way that can be sold, you know, like if you're gonna put yourself on the shelf, is people gonna buy this brand?
Yeah.
You know, does it
Yeah,
make
yeah,
sense,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
to public to tap into this?
Yes.
And until now, it's not a thing that I can see myself where I'm at yet, because things change,
Yeah.
you know, but you kind of have a vision where you want to be at, but I'm not there yet. You
Yes.
know, I'm still striving to be there, or to get there. But there's just a lot about this thing, you know, like I can't specifically say now this is where I want to be, but I'm working towards that, and there's people around me that's guiding me in that direction, which I appreciate. But for now, like I said, I just wanted to be the best in South Africa. So I've done that. So now my thing is, I want to invest, and when I say invest, you know, it's not investing time and putting money into certain things. It's like I want to be out there and get people involved and into what I'm doing for the right reason, first of all, you know, and to show people and give people hope that you can make a living off this thing, you know. I'm not saying everybody's gonna make it, because it's really difficult,
of
you know.
course, of course.
But if you really want it, you can get it. And
But wait, let's go back, because you touching on a lot of points. So you this dancer coming out of East River, you know, and for our international listeners, you need to Google East River. Actually, you need to Google Cape Flats, and that will kind of give you set the premise of the type of environment that Brandon and a lot of our hip hoppers in Cape Town, the environments that we come out of. So I want to touch on you moving from there into a acclaimed South African band, and now you traveling South Africa, and you are exposed to music festivals, not club gigs, like, you know, music festivals, 50,000, 100,000, you know, people. I want to know, as a b-boy, kind of what was that experience?
but that was crazy. Yo, okay. So, again, by luck, I would say, most probably, or being in the right place at the right time, you know.
Yes.
We got asked to join Brasse Vannie Kaap.
If you say
we, I'm like, Handbrake.
Okay.
So that's me, the Mitri.
So yeah, so tell us what that experience was like.
You know, if you haven't lived that, you know, it's difficult to imagine it, you know. But you've seen probably like concerts and stuff like that nowadays, you know, like with big festivals. Well, so we got asked to do that, me, Shal, Dimitri, Bboy Meaty, through Ramon, aka Oorlog.
Yeah, who's a member of the
Prophets of the City.
Prophets of the City, yeah, bold acclaimed Prophets of the City, yeah.
Yes, and so we got asked to join the show, and that was basically my first 1 hour show I've done in my life as a b-boy. And anyways, like on the stage and all that, learning like what to do and all that, going through all that training and all that, I would say being a part of Brasse Vannie Kaap has taught me so much in terms of how to represent myself as a brand on stage and off stage, because obviously we want to represent, not, I won't say the right way of hip hop, because there's different ways that people represent hip hop, you know, but at least in a positive way. You know, so all of that. And another thing that I learned while being with Brasse Vannie Kaap is the business side of breaking, or like entertainment, or like all that, you know, how to package yourself and how to sell yourself as a product. And thanks to the late Mr. Fit, you know,
for sure, definitely.
Kwai Bra, yes,
Definitely.
like there's you know, there's a lot of times we wish that I was still alive,
Yes,
you know,
for sure,
we do miss him, but yeah, just to be on stage and to be recognized as like the top, like Afrikaans hip hop band in South Africa, you know, you can't imagine how it feels to be associated with this band, you know. And a lot of people took it for granted, I would say, you
definitely.
know, even in this time, you know, there's a lot of people that's overlooking the band. You should actually go out and do research about the band because there's a lot to learn from it.
Yeah.
But for myself, I'm still using stuff that I've learned while being with this band, and until now, it's been life changing.
Yeah, no,
you
for
know,
sure.
really, like
Yeah.
it's changed so much.
Yeah. So we're riding a high with BVK, doing all of these shows, and then unfortunately, Mr. Fat, he passes on, and that means a lot of things for all of us, right?
Yes.
Because it's not like Mr. Fat was like a dancer or a DJ or whatever. He was basically the face of the group, right? So we're in the challenge of, okay, do we continue this thing or what do we do? And I mean, unfortunately or fortunately, you know, we couldn't. You know, it's just one of those things where you cannot proceed with the band without it's one of its core members. How did that impact you?
Well, first of all, before we go on, at least we tried.
Yes,
You know, we tried. We didn't give up.
yeah.
We didn't
Yeah,
give up, you know,
yeah,
because
we
the
tried.
guy passed away. We're like, okay, cool. We're just gonna
Yeah.
hang up the shoes and say like, okay, it's over. You know, at least we tried, you know.
Yeah.
And like you said, you know, he was the face of the band and
Yeah.
the crew, you know, because he was basically the engine.
Yes,
You know,
definitely,
and we were the wheels, you know.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
if the engine didn't switch on,
Yeah,
the wheels is not gonna roll, you know. So,
exactly. But how did that impact you as a dancer? Because of course, I mean, you're making this gazillions of
But
dollars for the band.
Yes, because you should
and,
understand also.
you're comfortable, right? You're comfortable.
Yes, you get comfortable, of course.
Yeah.
There's-
So now you're like,
What's happening next?
what happened for you?
What's happening next? You
Yeah.
know, I was like, because I was living off this, you know,
Yes.
getting all these gigs almost every weekend.
Yes.
But there was a lot of gigs as well. Like
yes.
when I started, I had gigs for 3 months every weekend, and it's can I
Major
say big
change.
ass?
Yeah, big ass.
This
Yeah,
is
yeah,
big
yeah,
ass
yeah.
gigs, you know, like you know, this like copy,
It's
KK and K.
Yes, Flux Festival. There's tours with
I would say-
Fokol. There's endorsements. There's we
TV shows,
Yeah,
yeah.
we had our own TV
There
shows,
was a
and
TV
you
show
guys as B-boys were the first B-boys actually to be in the homes of South Africa to
Being
teach
watched on
people
TV,
how
you know.
to B-boy, breaking down the moves. I mean, that series ran for about 5 years, and that's like groundbreaking
I mean-
historical shit. So and that's my question, because I mean, for me also in that time, I also got comfortable, because I
Yes.
was like DJ Azuhl, but I was comfortable just being the DJ. Like,
Yes, you
that was
know.
like my thing, you know. And like Mr. Fat passes on, is like, shucks, what now? Because
What's
of course
happening now?
also we had all these plans and things that we
Yes.
wanted to do, you know,
Yeah.
after our
but it was
last
a little
album.
bit difficult to execute it without him.
Yeah.
You know, we're not
But I
gonna
want to
lie,
know from a dancer,
From a
what
dance
what
point of view?
what was the move for you from post BVK? What was the move
Rather,
for
I
you?
would think like the most important thing that what happened to me, like being comfortable, you know, like making money to support my family. You know, just coming straight out of high school, you know, your parents your parents expect you to not expect you to bring in money straight away, but
Yeah.
obviously if you see there's something missing at home, you know, if you can contribute to it,
Yeah.
why not, you know? And this was my income, because this was like I wasn't known at this time, you know, and Brasse Vannie Kaap was my tool to make money. You know, we
yeah.
need to live.
Yes, no, for sure.
We need to live, you know. So that had a big impact where I had to look at different ways to make money, and because I cannot just live from skill alone, you
Yes,
know, I
of
need to make
course.
money because I need to sell my skill to make the money. So
Yeah.
when Mr. Fat passed away, it was I would say a dry season.
Yeah.
You know, because you had to
It was a long
readapt.
dry season.
Yes, you need to adapt again.
Yes.
Okay, how do we go forward with this thing?
Yes.
You know, like do we continue with the band? Well, we tried. You know, it didn't work out,
Yeah.
but the band is still there.
Yeah.
We're just
No,
not
definitely
active as the band,
yeah.
but
a legacy kind of thing.
you know, we
legacy
still went
project,
out
yeah.
individually, but
Yeah.
we still represent
Say-
the band,
it-
even if we
yeah.
don't mention it. But
Yes.
us
We know.
being active,
Yes,
you know, because it's the
yes.
same thing. Like if I'm gonna teach you something, when you're doing it, you know, that's your way of saying, or the way I'm taking it, you would say thank you
Yes.
for letting me be a part of
People-
this
yeah.
and training me,
Yeah.
you know, as an artist.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm still grateful to have been a part and still a part of Brasse Vannie Kaap, but it was tough.
It was tough.
It's tough.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
still tough, man. Like,
Yeah.
because like I said, like if you haven't been a part of this, if you haven't seen Brasse Vannie Kaap perform live, you wouldn't understand the feeling, you know, from an audience point of view, and also for us as an artist, you know, connecting with the crowd and the audience, you know, seeing people appreciate what we're doing.
Yes.
So now it's rare that you find those moments. You know, for me, there's something missing.
Yeah.
You know, I miss performing in front of thousands of people, you know, and seeing people appreciate and then clapping hands, you know, smiling for what you're doing. So I miss that. So that's a big loss for me. And also being part of an all-around hip-hop group, because that's also missing in South Africa. You know, we have hip-hop bands and that, but it's not really, it's not a diss, but it's not really hip-hop bands if there's only just a rapper and a DJ.
No, definitely not. No, definitely,
you know, so
definitely not.
we had a little bit of everything, and that felt like home.
Yeah,
because that's what you do. Like hip hop is not just the one element. You know that. You know, so it felt like home.
Yeah, I have to give shouts to POC for passing on that legacy, and also Black Noise as well, because I think POC, Black Noise, BVK were kind of the only bands, and still to this day, to have all the elements of hip hop represented on stage, you know. For me, what I realized in that time, post that time, for me, you were very concentrated on your battling.
But I guess that
I think like post for me, like just like seeing you grow from the stage into who you are today. I think that was the time where you kind of groomed yourself to be like, okay, cool, I'm taking over the shit type thing, you know. I might be wrong, you know. So can you just give us a breakdown of post BVK and all of the battles that you've done?
Like I said earlier on, you know, like when I found out you can make a little bit of cash for this thing, you know, and for people wanting to buy you, you know, your skill needs to be on a level, you know, and the only way I would say to up your street credit, you know, is to do more battles and to get your name out there, because I mean, breaking is based on battling. You know, it's always showing off like who's the best, you know, because it's a battle dance, and I had to do so many battles. I've lost so many battles, you know. How can I put this? I just love. I'm still loving battling, you know. But that moment, it was like I really want to show how good I am. You know, I want to showcase. Because I saw myself as the best in South Africa, and I'm gonna work towards that. So in order for me to get there, I had to do shitloads of battles. You know, I've injured myself so many times. You know, I've been out of breaking for some months. You know, recovering, but still wanting to do this. Like the passion is still there, and battles just proves, you know, like who's gonna be here. I won't say forever, but who can stand the test of time, you know. Okay,
so give us a rundown of those battles.
The battles, well, okay, my first battle was Battle of the Year 2002. And then I did Alex Grow Cup the same year. 2003, we took part in Battle of the Year again. But this time, you know, like in the early stages, we never got into the finals or even have a battle. That was just like trying to get into the battles. And from there, well, there was a period where I was away from home, and I was traveling, and because of that traveling, you know, all you can do is practice. So when I came back home, I was kind of fresh, you know, like I'm feeling fresh, you know, I got a lot of new moves, you know, and I want to showcase. And we started doing more battles, like small battles, hosting events, like little battles. So like I said, like 2010 was basically my breakthrough.
That was the
Solo Pro.
Solo Pro.
Solo Pro. No, even before that, now I remember, me and Benny, another
awesome
dope B-boy, one of the best in South Africa. Well, basically still the best for me. I think, you know, skill level, still the best. We did a battle. It was the 2 versus 2 battles here. 2 and 2 battles of Vokes and DJ Switch. And we won 2006. I was like, what the hell? You know, if I can do this once, I can do it again, and I can do it again. Start training again, you know, like, and then Solo Pro. Then after Solo Pro, I did Street Credit, Street Credit as well. I won SAHipHop Cup that same year. That same year, I landed a sponsor with do I need to mention names? Okay. Yeah, but that's in the past. 2010 landed the deal with Adidas. Very dope. You know, also through the help of you guys. So that actually put me more on the map, where people recognize, okay, we have a sponsored B-Boy, and that's when I got invited to competitions where I don't have to go enter. I got like straight invites to the top 16. So yeah, your skill will tell. It will speak for itself.
And just a little side note on that Adidas thing. And even till now, the thing that I like about you is, I mean, I've seen some of Africa's best freaking B-boys, and it's just kind of sad that they've never positioned themselves as a brand, and it's sad that our communities, our hip-hop community and our community at large, won't see those people on that level, and I always commend you for taking it on that level, the dancing aspects, but also, like you said earlier, the business aspects as well.
I think it comes from people that you associate yourself with, or like attach yourself to, or people you look up to, people that can inspire you. Try to connect with people that can really inspire you to do better, and not just better for yourself, but for example, if I'm gonna teach somebody or something, you want to see the next generation be better than the generation that you're in, and so I look at the past and I see, like, I know who's the successful guys, but I won't call it really successful, because success is there's a lot of ways to put it out, but anyways, for me, that's success in that moment,
yes.
And I looked up to these guys and I'm like, okay, cool, I want to be like that. Really, I want to be like that. I don't want to pay for shoes and t-shirts and all that, because I'm doing free marketing in any case.
Of course.
So I had to figure out a way how to use my skill to get paid and not use that money to buy clothes, because it's kind of waste, man, because you're working for clothes to look good, to go perform in that free marketing, and then you're not getting paid for it. And then when you start approaching brands and all that, but unfortunately a lot of brands don't want to tap into this. I mean, I know we still got a long way to grow and all this.
That was gonna be my next question.
Is it? Okay,
actually,
cool.
Actually,
let me step back from that.
just like insights into, and especially for international listeners, basically the challenges that you faced with these corporates.
First of all, honestly, they don't take us serious. They do not take us serious, and this, I'm just saying this from personal experience, living in South Africa and traveling and seeing how brands treat their brand ambassadors abroad. It's way different than it is in South Africa. Really, it is. I think we shouldn't actually have those things of having brand ambassadors yet, because a lot of brands don't know how to deal with these people. A lot of brands, it's just for the hype in the moment, and people are being used for the hype in that moment, and they get all the credit and they get all the stuff given to them, where there's a lot of guys that's working and it's been loyal to a certain brand or a lot of brands, but they don't get the recognition for it. And I feel like it's just unfair, because we're basically doing free marketing all the time. I can I choose to wear whatever brand t-shirt, but I mean, come on, man, like, we still, it's still free marketing. At least, okay, use this amount of budget, or whatever the case may be, but just recognize what people are doing.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
the other thing that I mean, this is not to slander any competitions or individuals or whatever, but we're talking about brands. But what has your experience been with competitions, even in terms of the level, in terms of how it's organized? Can you give us some insights?
Again, we still have a lot to learn, with the hosting events. First of all, if you don't have the budget, or you can't really accommodate for the people that's competing, then don't do it. Because we're always preaching, like, events must do this and this and this, but when we host it and then we don't give the same, so it's pointless to pinpoint out like what other people are doing, if you're not gonna up the level of the event. So for events, there's a lot missing, man. There's so much as well. Like, first of all, like basics,
so
man, basics. Like, say you come to an event.
So it's basically that bad, you're saying?
Yeah, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's messed up. Like, yes, we're trying, and also there's a lot of people trying to do the best they can, but some stuff just need to be kind of pushed aside, and I don't know.
But just trying to be objective here, right? Like,
we're not dissing anyone.
Yeah.
That's
No. I just wanna play devil's advocate for a second. Like, it's cool to say, these people do this and that. But do you think that the dancing community and b-boys at large are also maybe to be blamed for corporates?
Yes.
Being
Yes, it goes both ways. Of course.
Yeah.
No, definitely. Again, like if you want, for example, say you want flippin' international status event or level event, but you're not bringing that international. I won't say international. We're also international for other people abroad,
Of course.
But if we're not bringing that level, you can't expect the same level back from an event. You can't come with moves of 2000 and whatever.
Yes.
Like 10 years ago, and you won prize money of like 100k. It doesn't make sense.
Yes.
It doesn't make sense because people are like, why are we investing in this? If you're not giving the same back, And the thing is this, like if you're gonna do event, the way I see it, as a brand itself, they also have a reputation, so they can't put out an event and this is the level, and then have this level attached to this level that they bring out, so it doesn't match up, so it goes both ways. But also if brands actually invested a little bit more in this, I'm not saying brands are responsible for your level.
Exactly. That's my point that
they're not responsible for your level. First of all, stop complaining about events that's not dope if your level is not dope.
Yes.
It's not gonna happen. That's why I'm saying, like, some stuff needs to be pushed aside, worked on it, bring it back, and let's see if we can fix it, on the side, bring it back. And the thing is this also, working together is very important to move this, because we're a small community, and we want to do so much, but there's not enough to go around in terms of we're always bitching about this, we always, like, there's always negative talk, man, so it's not going to work, because the community is so small. So when you put one person down, like, it just gets smaller and smaller, and people don't want to invest into this. So the thing for breaking, why a lot of brands, I want to tap into it, because I won't say it's dying out, but it's dying out because people sometimes expect too much, and then when they don't get it, it's like, nah, this is not for me, let me just leave it, and if we're always being negative, like putting negative stuff out, the next generation is like, these people is always complaining, man, like,
so
hip-hop is not for me. So it's a long, we need to track it back a long way, to see, like, okay, where did it start and what's happening here? Why is people not investing in this thing? It's because we're not giving them a reason to invest in it.
Cool. So on that note, tell me, like, traveling internationally, what were some of the competitions where you were just left in awe, where you were just like, wow. Give me
my first.
Give me three.
Okay, Battle of the Year 2006.
Okay.
Redbull BCOne 2016, Japan. And then I would say last year, IBE. Yeah, because most of these events are like more like festival events. So there's more to see than just one battle. So when you go to these events, you're like, wow, there's actually so much more that I didn't know about, And it's a different feeling watching videos, man. You need to feel and experience that moment, because, like a 2D versus a 3D, it's
totally different.
But I mean, like, in terms of the battles that left me speechless, it's seeing Redbull BCOne live international, like the main world finals event. Like, we had it in South Africa, it was dope and all that, but when you travel abroad and see it in a different space, in a different atmosphere, right, you can't wait to get back home and practice. And again, like, we're part of this movement, but we're also not a part of it. If you don't travel and connect with people outside, you're not a part of this.
No, for sure. Definitely. Okay, so what's next for you?
What's next?
What's next for you? What do you...
Well, there's a couple of things. Do I need to mention everything?
You don't have to mention.
Okay, like, I don't want to name it yet.
No, you don't have to.
Because then people will like, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Jinx you,
I believe you're not like putting out things out there that
and which is also not true, But there's a couple of things coming up. I don't want to be that, but I'm gonna send a shout out now and whatever. But anyways. If you want to see what I'm up to, like, you can follow me on Facebook, Bradon Petersen. I also have a page, ManLikeB, formerly known as Bboy The Curse. So now ManLikeB. I'm a grown man now. So we're moving away from the boy in the B-boy. It's ManLikeB, B-boy, Bradon. There you go. So check out these names on social media, and you will see what I'm up to. And get in contact. Let's see how we can bold this thing and make it grow.
For sure, man. Brandon, it was very cool chilling with you. We had a 2-hour discussion before
Yes,
this.
yes.
And then when this thing,
We should
I
actually have like a live cam thing happening,
no,
you know?
no, definitely when you come back, I'm definitely, that is in the works for this podcast to have the video thing going. And I definitely want you back, and definitely members of your crew as well,
Cool.
and it's always good to see the faces to the names, so
Yeah, of course.
definitely going to do that. But I just want to say thank you for hanging out with me for this hour.
Thanks for having me.
Cool.
It's
And
always cool.
you actually out
Tomorrow night?
you're going to
When you hear this podcast, tomorrow night is tomorrow's the 27th of
27th
July.
of July. So
I'm
you'll
off
be
to France.
You're off to France.
I'm going to see my lady, first of all, yeah. I'm not afraid to say that. And then I'm going to IBE.
Okay.
You
you're
know,
done as well.
And this is not the thing that's the only competition out there. I choose to go there because it's worth my money. You know,
And
our
it's a sense
currency
of community, like
yes,
you said, yeah.
our currency now is very weak,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I need
yeah.
to choose something that's going to be beneficial.
Definitely.
But at the same time, there's so much to learn because there's a lot of everything that's happening, from DJing to music producing, graffiti, MCing. Everything is happening at this event. So it's just worth going there and connecting with the outside community. I want to be being a part of what we're doing.
Yeah. We definitely, like you were saying earlier, we're part of a bigger community, and we as South Africans, specifically Cape Townians, we like a comfortable space, and we don't want to get outside of our comfortable
You just want to be
space.
home.
But I'm one of those people. But there's a big world out there, and man, we one global village, so we need to connect, and just connect the dots as well. Yeah.
I mean, I know it's like for a lot of people it's difficult to travel, so we're not gonna say you must just go and travel,
of course.
but don't be afraid to connect, ask for help, ask, just a yes or a no.
Yeah. Cool.
That's it, get out there, connect, and start growing.
Cool. And with that, we out another episode of the SA Hip Hop Fix. Peace.